What if your entire life was being controlled by a secret organization, and one day you accidentally found out? Would you fight fate for love, or surrender to destiny? Today, we're diving deep into The Adjustment Bureau, a thrilling sci-fi romance that'll make you question free will, fate, and whether love can truly conquer all. Stick around, because this movie isn't just about politics and mystery men in suits. It's about the power of one moment, one choice, and how far one man will go for the woman he loves. Smash that like button and let's dive in. In 2006, David Norris is running for the New York Senate, and his campaign is going incredibly well. Thanks to his genuine empathy and charisma, everyone expects him to win. He's on magazine covers and all the popular talk shows. But just before the election, a newspaper publishes a photo of David mooning as a college prank, damaging his reputation. His furious reaction is secretly watched by a man named Harry, who receives a mysterious call, saying he's working on new ideas. On election day, analysts predict David will lose and they're right. Harry and his boss, Richardson, watch closely, deciding they must get David back on track. In a moment of nervousness, David hides in the men's room to practice his speech. There, he meets Elise, who stumbles out of a store with her shoes in one hand and a bottle in the other, admitting she crashed a wedding on a dare. They connect instantly. Elise loves David's prank, and though David claims he's relieved to lose the race, she sees through him. He thrives on attention. They share a passionate kiss, but Elise leaves abruptly without giving him her number. David goes out to deliver his concession speech, but stops reading halfway. Inspired by Elise, he decides to speak from the heart. The crowd loves it. A month later, Harry is ordered to spill David's coffee, so he'll miss a bus. But Harry falls asleep, and David boards the bus where he runs into Elise again. They reconnect and catch up. Just as Harry tries to intervene from afar, David spills coffee on Elise. Suddenly, Harry is hit by a cab but miraculously recovers. When Harry checks his notebook, he's shocked David has gone off plan. On the bus, David gets Elise's number, but his phone won't stop ringing, so she tosses it into his coffee. She exits without giving her contact details again. At the office, David rushes through the halls, unaware that everyone around him is frozen. Entering the conference room, he finds his co-workers and strange-masked men staring at him. Richardson appears and orders David's capture. No matter where David runs, more men block his path. Eventually, he's tackled, sedated, and taken to a warehouse. Richardson explains everything. He and his agents are part of the Adjustment Bureau, or TAB, which ensures that everyone follows a pre-written plan. David was never supposed to see them adjusting Charlie earlier. Richardson reads David's mind and proves it by guessing what he's thinking. Every person has a path, and TAB ensures it by triggering little events like coffee spills or drop signals. David must promise never to reveal their existence, or they'll erase his personality. Worse, Elise isn't part of his plan. They confiscate and burn her number. Later, David tries to recall her number at a bar, where Harry finds him. They agree to talk privately on a boat, safe from TAB surveillance. Harry reveals agents can't actually read minds, they just predict behavior from years of data. He warns David not to pursue Elise. 3 years pass. On a bus, David spots Elise on the street. He gets off and chases her down, admitting he rode that same bus every day, hoping to see her again. She reveals she's a dancer in a contemporary ballet company. They go to breakfast, and as Richardson watches from afar, he sees inflection points in Elise's path too. If she and David kiss, the deviation from the plan would be irreversible. To stop it, TAB uses Charlie to remind David of an important speech. When David kisses Elise on the cheek, TAB tricks her with a fake text, changing her rehearsal location. David suspects something and rushes to find her, only to discover the studio is closed. Richardson and his assistant confront him, but David is determined. A kind cafe customer finally gives him an address. As he races to meet Elise, Richardson blocks taxis and causes crashes. David escapes only to be arrested by a fake cop and other agent. He pays a cabbie $100 to ignore traffic laws. By the time the agents reach the studio, David has already seen Elise again. Richardson warns him more powerful people will intervene. Later, we learn that David and Elise were meant to be together in older versions of the plan, but it was changed in 2005. Still, something keeps pulling them together. That night, they have fun racing through streets and dancing. Elise shares she broke off her engagement because she never stopped thinking about David. He confesses he only feels truly alive with her. Afraid of losing her, David takes Elise to a TV interview. But TAB agents trick her into leaving. David is lured into a warehouse, where Agent Thompson tells him the truth. TAB guided humanity through progress, Rome, the Renaissance, Enlightenment. But when they stepped back, humanity created war, depression, and chaos, so now, they control everything. David was meant to be inspired by Elise, not stay with her. If they remain together, he won't become president, and she won't become a world-class dancer. Still, David chooses love. Thompson lets him go. David rushes to the theater, where Elise performs. Thompson causes her to fall mid-performance. At the hospital, Thompson blames David, warning that Elise could be seriously harmed next time. That night, David leaves without saying goodbye. 11 months later, David leads in the polls. Charlie shows him a headline: Elise is engaged to her ex. A few days later, Harry finds David and reveals the truth. Elise doesn't bring out recklessness in him, she makes him whole. She's the missing piece that keeps him grounded. So what's the takeaway? The Adjustment Bureau isn't just a sci-fi thriller. It's a reminder that even in a world full of rules, algorithms, and plans, love is the one thing that can break the system. David and Elise proved that destiny isn't written in stone. Sometimes, you have to run through every closed door to find the one that opens for you. What do you think? Would you fight fate for love? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into epic films. Until next time, stay curious.